Greetings, this is Dinah Monahan.
And Damon Evans bringing you Pro-Life Perspectives. This program is about all things pro-life. It's sponsored by White Mountain Tees in Snowflake. White Mountain Tees provides screen printing, embroidery, banner printing, merchandise with your logo on it, and much more for the White Mountain community. Whether it's 25 t-shirts for your family reunion or 5,000 for your big event, they can do it.
And Damon, they deliver your order right to your door. From Payson to Winslow, Pinetop to Springerville, they bring it to you. Go to whitemountaintees.com. That's whitemountaintees.com. Or stop by their shop in Snowflake.
Dinah, I watched the debate between Kamala and Trump, and I see all the ads, and I can see that what they're calling reproductive health and reproductive rights is taking center stage in that contest. And so clearly things are heating up, and we're looking to you for some guidance. So what can you give us today?
Well, if you remember on the debate, Trump, he stated his position on abortion. He claimed that pro-abortion politicians want abortion to be legal in the 9th month. And Harris responded and said, nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah,
I remember hearing that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Absolutely. That is absolutely inaccurate. Abortion is legal through 9 months of pregnancy for any reason in 9 states plus Washington, D.C. For instance, Prop 139 in Arizona that we're going to vote on in November says from viability on, abortion is legal. They don't have any cap on the other end, and therefore it is legal up until the 9th month. And women are having abortion late in pregnancy for a multitude of reasons, and they're not associated with their health. This is very sobering. A writer, Sarah Turzo, reported just hours before the debate an example of this exact situation. She said in the book, Why I Am an Abortion Doctor, written by abortionist Suzanne Papama, that she wrote, now listen to what she wrote. She wrote about a woman who came to her abortion business in active labor with a full-term baby. And I'm quoting. The staff woman told me that there was something weird in the woman's vagina, that she couldn't find the cervix. This poor woman was writhing on the examination table with fluid here and there dripping all over the place. The diagnosis was obvious. The woman was 9 months pregnant and in labor, and the something weird was the baby's head, which the medical professional at the abortion facility was too undereducated to realize. Well, of course, yeah, she was, because she never saw live babies delivered.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
only
so
dead
terrible.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Papa Ma told the woman that she was in labor, and the woman replied, but I can't have a baby. I won't have a baby. And so she did the abortion. It does happen. Using data compiled by the Guttmacher Institute and the CDC, a researcher, Carol Noviella, reported that abortions committed after 21 weeks are estimated to have been committed on 10,370 preborn babies in 2023. That's a national death toll of 28 preborn babies older than 21 weeks every single day. And remember, babies as young as 21 weeks are viable.
28 viable babies killed every day.
Yeah, so they are taking the life of viable babies, 28
I'm glad you cleared that up, because I felt like after Kamala argued that, I felt like Trump lost the point, and that nobody followed up and did like a fact check that yes, in fact, there are late-term abortions happening every day.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
And even if there was one,
Well, yeah.
even if there was one, good
Yeah,
grief,
good
it
point,
is
yeah.
legal. And in Arizona, if Prop 139 passes, then it states that.
All right, that's slide number 1. What's slide number 2?
All right. And line number 2, there's no state in which abortion after birth is legal. And again, in the debate, Trump said that, that was the case. And the moderator, I think she was also her sorority sister, Harris's sorority sister, jumped in and said, nowhere, in no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. And she, again, is incorrect. Under the rules proposed by a bill in Colorado, Michigan, and California, if a child is delivered alive during an abortion, the doctors are under no legal compulsion to provide standard medical care as they would in any other circumstances and attempt to preserve the child's life. So it's stated.
So the baby's born and they won't kill it, but they just don't do anything to keep it alive. Is that right?
Right. They actually, if you want to hear what happens, there's an abortion survivor and her name is Melissa Oden. She testified to the House Judiciary Committee in 2015. And this is her quote: "You wouldn't know it by looking at me today, but in August of 1977, I survived a failed saline infusion abortion. I know where children like me are left to die, at St. Luke's Hospital, a utility closet. In 2014, I met a nurse who assisted in a saline infusion abortion there in 1976 and delivered a living baby boy. After he was delivered alive, she followed her superior's orders and placed him in the utility closet in a bucket of formaldehyde to be picked up later as medical waste after he died alone." Gianna Jessen, another adult survivor of abortion, also testified to the House Judiciary Committee, stating, quote, "I was delivered alive in an abortion clinic in Los Angeles on April 6, 1977. My medical records state born alive during saline abortion at 6 a.m. Thankfully, the abortionist was not at work yet. Had he been there, he would have ended my life with strangulation, suffocation, or leaving me there to die." It happens. There is currently no federal requirement to provide medical care to an infant born alive after an abortion. There's nothing that has any legal teeth.
Wow.
And so this is happening, and nobody fact-checked Kamala.
You know, this stuff is really difficult to consider and to hear. And I think that that's the reason that people just kind of keep their heads in the sand, because they don't want to know. But you are helping us get our heads out of the sand. You're helping me get my head out of the sand.
This is infanticide.
So
this is legal infanticide.
And there's two more lies you want to cover. We'll have to do that next week.
We will.
Okay. So just by way of quick recap and summary, the first two lies are that there is no late-term abortions happening, and you gave us data that 28 late-term viable babies are being killed every day, and that's a fact. And the second lie was that there's no babies being killed after birth, which is unthinkable. I totally agree, but we have evidence that it does happen because of no requirement to preserve the baby's life if it survives the abortion procedure, which in my book is still murder. So folks, don't believe these lies. They are being put forth as fact, and unfortunately we have a culture in the media that just accepts it, endorses it, doesn't check it, and runs with it. And we'll lose this fight if we don't stand for truth. And thank you, Dinah, for giving us the truth. And next week you're going to tell us two more lies that were put forth in that debate, and you're going to shed some light on those.
So listen in,
please
people.
Tune in to find out what the lies are and what the truth is related to the issues facing our nation related to abortion. So please tune in next week for more of this really, really important conversation. And until next week,
be blessed,
be safe,
be kind,
and
love
life.